Ebony, it's always a pleasure in speaking with you. And I have to say right off the top, thank you so much for the invite. For folks who don't know this, I was invited to a very special event. Can you talk about that, please? Because it was great to meet the folks there.
That was our industry mixer, and it was an extension of the Mentor Cafe. So at the Mentor Cafe, it's set up kind of like speed dating, and people are sitting across each other for 10 minutes and you're playing musical chairs, right? Very structured. And we wanted to have an opportunity because everybody always wanted to linger, like they'd be there for hours after. So we thought, let's do a separate event now to build on that where the mentees can mingle with experienced industry representatives and talk with them in a social setting. And so that was the industry mixer that we're so happy you were able to attend.
It was nice. I got to meet people, I got to run into people I haven't seen in a while. It was really nice. But there was something else that was very special at that time too, because you ended up having to do it. Somebody else should have done it. You made a very special announcement that reflects your incredible career. That hopefully, cross fingers, you're going to be honored with. What is going on there?
So the day of the mixer happened to be on my birthday. And
Yes.
that morning, I woke up to an email from Billboard letting me know that I had been nominated for one of their Women in Music awards, their inaugural Canadian Women in Music Awards. So I was thrilled. Best birthday present ever. And honestly, when people say, oh, it's an honor just to be nominated, I really, really mean it. I really mean it. Like that would just be icing on the cake. But I am so just over the moon. It's an incredible uh, recognition, right? To just to be in the room, to be thought of, and then more people are going to get to know about Honey Jam. That's the biggest plus for me is the trickle down effect it will have on the work that we're doing, and then by extension, the artists that we're working with. So it's a win-win all around. And I'll be jumping for joy. If I win, I'll be jumping for joy, whoever wins. We all want everyone to win. It's about collaboration, not competition. And yeah, I believe that in my bones.
Congratulations. It's much deserved. And yes, we are here to talk about Honey Jam. How many years are we looking at now?
29. This is the
Oh,
last year in our 20s. Can you believe it?
coming up to the big 3-0 very soon. Did
Yeah,
you ever think it would reach this
never,
milestone?
ever, ever. It was an experiment. It's like, let's try it for a year and see what happens. And here we are.
Now, before we get into more with Honey Jam, I asked you this question before we started, if I could ask, and I was just wondering if you've been watching the Democratic convention that's been going on in the U.S. And the reason why I wanted to ask you that is because of a particular forever First Lady, Michelle Obama, and what you thought of her speech, "Strong Woman to Strong Woman."
Rudy, the whole campaign of Harris and the idea that a Black woman with Caribbean heritage could be the leader of the free world is giving me life. So I am paying very close attention. And Michelle is, I, what can you say? What can you say? She eclipsed her husband. She eclipsed everyone else there. I wish that she could, enter herself, but I know that that's never going to happen. So we just have to be pleased with whatever nuggets that she gives. I stayed up late to watch her. I was so tired, but the minute she came on, it's like somebody put batteries in the back of my back because I was hanging on every word. I love her. I love her. And yeah, really proud of the way that she delivered those words in that way, with that edge and with that passion, with that intelligence. Um, yeah, she's a star.
Everything that you described is you and how you've reflect on Honey Jam. Now, for folks who may not even know after almost 30 years what Honey Jam is, What is it exactly, and how does it give back not just to Canadian artists, but to the industry itself to help it have a positive future?
Yes. So it's an all-female artist development program, all different cultures of women, all different genres of music. So they come to us and they audition. It's kind of a stepping stone, the first stepping stone. For many of them, it's the first time they're ever performing. We get people in different levels in their career, but many of them, it is their very first time. Um, and so, yeah, we are giving them knowledge, workshops, training, and then there's no end. There's no finish line, because we are there for the rest of their lives. If you look at our socials, you will see us continually supporting them, cheering them on, congratulating them, promoting the different things that they're doing. I literally have whiplash when I go online and I see they're doing this release, they're appearing in this festival, they're in this media outlet, they're getting this award. Um, I'm just a proud mama bear. And yeah, it's a wonderful thing.
Now, the next question is always who have been some of the folks that have gone through this amazing program?
So I think a lot of people are aware that are familiar with Honey Jam, who our biggest stars are with Nelly Furtado and Julie Black, Melanie Fiona, some newer artists like Havaya Mighty, Lucala is really blowing up. Anjali is from the same time as Nelly, but also resurging now, putting out a lot more of her music. She's been doing some writing with Nelly Furtado. And it was so great to see the two of them on Nelly's NPR Tiny Desk. That
That was
was,
great. I was surprised that she did it. Um, and
I
when
can't
she
believe it
did,
took so long for her to do it. She killed it.
well, that's what I mean. You would have thought this would have happened before, and then finally it did. And you're right. It's almost like a resurgence for a lot of these great artists who have gone through this.
Yeah, that was one of her best performances that I've ever seen. And when she did the Missy remix,
It was amazing. It was amazing. So, what is happening coming up? Because I don't want to steal your thunder. There's a showcase that is coming up
yes,
that's very important.
yes. So the big diamond event of the year is the big show. And that is going to be on Thursday, August 29th at TD Music Hall, which is a part of the Massey Hall family. So people can follow us at the Honey Jam or go to honeyjam.com and read up on the artists and the DJs and the host and all of the great things we're going to have in store. Can I talk about a couple of those things? Okay.
Absolutely.
So, there's going to be a lot of artists from across the country who people will not have heard of, but they will enjoy, the amazing live band that we have and the artistry of what I call the newbies. And then we have some alums that are returning. We've got two tributes that we're doing. One of them is for Sarah McLachlan. This is the 30th anniversary of her debut. And also, she is finally being inducted into the Canadian Songwriters Hall of Fame.
That's right.
We chose to do her song Angel and dedicate that in memory of all of the victims, the innocent victims of violence. Every time I think about it, I get very emotional. Um, Needless violence and murder of innocent civilians in conflicts around the world. We want to take a moment to do that. And then we are going to do a tribute to the Cowboy Carter album. I mean, it's just such an accomplishment from Beyonce. It's not just a record, it's like a movement. Almost everything that she does is very intentional. I love how she is using her power for good, the amount of research that goes into things, her elevation of other artists, not just singers, but in all parts behind the scenes and giving them opportunities. And yeah, just moving things forward. So we want to do a little tribute to that. That's going to be a lot of fun. That'll be the finale.
And I
So,
understand, if I'm correct, she's up for several CMA awards, the big ones, which is great. And I love
who
the fact
is?
that she won't allow Trump to use freedom
Oh,
for that
oh
video.
yes, other thing. Freedom. She's so topical right now, and the attachment with Kamala is just perfect.
It
Like
is.
I feel elevated and energized. And I feel like Black women are going to get their due
Yes,
and be celebrated, just even, you know, through this cycle, and just seeing the accomplishments um, of these very smart, cultured, educated women who use their power for good, and it's the perfect fit with freedom. It's just so fresh. It's
it
like
is.
pulling us out of the darkness. So yeah, I'm very excited.
So am I. Now, people are going to see this interview and they're going to go, oh, geez, I didn't know about this, or how do I get involved with this? How do they get involved with this next year? What's the process that they have to do? And hopefully they will be on that stage next year.
So next year is our 30th anniversary. And traditionally, when we do have a milestone, our big milestones, we take that year to work with alumni. And we usually don't hold auditions for new artists, but I'm not exactly sure what our plans are going to be. But the best thing to do is to reach out to us and check on our socials, because if we are, and whenever we are holding auditions, we are going to be posting it. So once you're following us, you will see it. And if you're not on your phone a lot, just check at the Honey Jam and see if anything has been posted. And
Okay. And one more time. And one
platform,
more
all about it.
and one more time. Where do we go to get tickets to see this big event that's happening? And what day is it happening? And where is it happening?
Okay, the date, Thursday, August 29th, 2024, at TD Music Hall, which is next to Massey Hall, 178 Victoria. And you can get tickets from the Massey Hall website. They're in our bio at the Honey Jam. They're on our website, honeyjam.com. So you can't say you didn't know.
Last question, for sponsors and donors who want to contribute, where do they go? Who do they talk to?
Talk to me, email me, honeyjaminfo@gmail.com. We would be most grateful and most happy to talk to you.
Fantastic. Ebony, congratulations with all your success that's going on this year, and doubly success that's going to happen next year. You are truly a queen and deserve all the goodness in your life. And thank you for having such a great platform for all of these artists for up to 3 decades. Congratulations.
Thank you so much, Rudy, and thank you for supporting us through so many of these years. Um, we really appreciate you having our back always, and in a very genuine way. Thank you.
Always love.